Hi folks, I'm Nathan with Two Guys in a Ride, and today we are here at the Back to the 80s car show on this gorgeous day. We're here with Jake, and Jake has, well, an amazing car. Jake, what are we looking at?
It's a 1986 Nissan Maxima GL.
And how many miles does it have on it?
Today it's got 59.
59, and of that 59, how much have you put on it?
3-4.
3 or 4,000. Yep. Take a look at the shape that this car is in, folks. This looks like it was sitting on the showroom floor. It's not, Jake, it's not been repainted.
Nope.
In fact, you've done nothing to the car. It's outside or inside except for...
The radiator I had rebuilt just to clean it up and make it look pretty.
Amazing.
It's a good car.
Holy buckets. Now, why a Nissan Maxima, Jake? What, I mean, you could have bought a bunch of other cars.
Yeah.
So what was the draw to Nissan Maxima?
Had one when I was a kid, and it was the it car for me. And it was boxy. Love the boxy.
Oh, the lines are fantastic on this car. And I actually love the paint color on it. The two tones.
Yeah. Okay,
so you had one growing up.
Yep.
But it wasn't as nice as this one.
Always a rusty Minnesota car, so nothing I can do about that being a poor boy. So,
so you finally found one. Where did you find this car?
I had to reach out to a couple guys in Ventura, California, just north of LA, and saw that it was online. It had been online for about 14 days, so I couldn't believe it when they said they still had it, and I flew out the next day. So
you knew you wanted it.
I knew I wanted it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you drove it back, or did you crate it back?
Flew back. Had
Okay.
it on a truck.
Okay.
Yeah. Put it on a truck.
Man. All right. So let's just talk about this. Has some unusual packages for Maxima that you didn't always see. They weren't as common.
No, yeah, and the digital dash that you got here, it's got the trip computer, and it's got the voice warning, which all the cars had in this model. It doesn't matter if you had digital or not, but so it had the voice warning. But the digital package is a really nice complement to the car.
Who is in the ignition? Who is in the ignition? Lights are on. Lights are on.
Makes it stand out a little bit because it's got the automatic climate control, which is a really nice thing.
Ah, auto climate control, and it had the trip computer, which told you what would that tell you?
Tells you the amount of gallons you have in your tank, so distance to empty, which was pretty uncommon for back then, and then the actual miles per gallon that you have right now, based on your driving method. How heavy your foot is. And then the 5-band equalizer is kind of fun, and the auto volume control.
Yeah,
is really cool feature.
So if it's louder, then the music goes.
Yep,
louder.
if you go over a bumpy road, or if there's a big motorhead next to you, your volume goes up, and it works really well.
That's funny. Sometimes we think of these concepts having been introduced recently in cars, but
yeah.
Here it is back in 1986.
Yeah, and if you look at the 1986 Motor Week series that they had on this car back in the day, they talked about the auto volume control being a gimmick, but you see it so common in cars nowadays.
Isn't that interesting?
It's a really funny thing.
It's almost a standard.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so you also had keyless entry.
Keyless entry is a really nice thing, and the guys that had that didn't know how it worked because they didn't know where to get the key code, and I did. So as soon as I got the car, I crawled in underneath it, and I got the key code, programmed it, and it worked. And he was so upset because he's like, I wanted to use that so bad. So I was excited.
For sure.
Everything works on this thing, which is
that's what I was going to ask you. Everything works.
Yeah. Now one thing does not work.
Now this also came with a sunroof.
Yep.
It slides backwards.
Only back, not up. The 85 through 88 is the model for this car, but the 87 and 88s, that pivots up as well.
Okay.
But not this car.
So a venting
exactly.
position.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the buttons over here on the far left, of course, you got mirrors. That's easy to tell.
Mirror, then that's the dash lighting.
Okay.
Yep, and then you've got the cruise control, and then you use the left stick there for your management of that.
Okay.
And then you got the security light, which is based on the keyless being set, and then that's the trunk lid switch.
Now, over on the dashboard on the passenger side,
yeah, a bunch of dummy lights.
It's a dummy lights.
Yeah.
I mean,
across the top.
Right, so it goes all the way across the passenger side.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you need to lean over into that seat to see anything? Or
they glow pretty bright.
They glow pretty good.
They're brilliant.
Or do you get constantly reminded by your passenger, hey,
this
light's on?
Since everything works and I barely use the cruise, it's pretty quiet over there.
It's pretty quiet.
Yeah.
So that's just amazing. Yeah, absolutely everything on here works.
Yeah.
The interior, let's just talk about this now. Leather would have been obviously an option
Yeah.
Most cars did not come with leather.
No.
So this has not been refinished.
Not a refinish at all. Nope. Not.
And
no.
you wonder if the guy who bought it didn't just buy it and then park it in the garage.
I don't think he drove much. That's for sure.
Wow.
No.
Okay, but you know the seats are comfortable. We sat in
Very
it a little
nice.
bit earlier.
Very nice.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
You even have an armrest in the second
Yep.
row.
Folds down 60/40. Yep.
So then you can have access to the trunk.
Yep. Skis can come through. That's kind of how they advertised it back in the day with skis through there. But yeah, no, it's really nice. Comfortable seats.
So it has an automatic transmission.
It does. 4-speed.
4-speed.
Yeah,
okay.
with overdrive, of course.
Okay.
Yep.
And then on right just the back of the emergency brake, you had 2 more buttons. What were those?
One is to turn on and off the overdrive, and then the next one up is to turn on and off the voice warning system.
Okay. And the seats themselves were partially powered, partially manual.
Yeah, the forward back is power,
Okay.
electric, and then the rest of it is manual.
Okay, and the windows were all, and the locks were all power.
Correct. Yeah, it's all
Power
power
steering,
there.
power
Yep,
brakes.
Power steering, power brakes. Yep.
Does this have disc brakes?
All-wheel disc, which
All-wheel
is
disc.
yeah part of the value of the Maxima back in the day to spruce it up with
Did
competition.
it have anti-locks?
No.
Okay,
No.
but it had the disc brakes.
Yep.
Okay, can we take a look at the engine compartment?
Sure can. This is an interference motor, so you have to change the timing belt or the pistons will smash the valves.
Okay.
So you got to be diligent there, but
About
other than
do
that, it works real good.
So if you follow the owner's manual, in other words, you're
Got to take
fine.
care of things. Yep.
So I noticed this.
Yep.
You put it up and it worked.
Yep, and it's got the stick support there, so you can drop it down to
Kickstand.
take the load off the gas strut there.
All right, so this is all original to the 59,000 miles, and this is the radiator that you had cleaned out and repainted.
Correct. Yeah.
You know, I mean, that looks like an engine that has right about 59,000 miles. I mean,
It
like,
does,
like a
yeah.
brand new car. I mean, a little bit of dust and that's it. That's just
Yep. I think the only thing I should do to it is the brake job, because I think it's getting a little dark there with the fluid. But
yeah. But you know, that's you do
my
that in
next
any
thing.
car.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you do that on any car.
So,
Exactly.
About how many horsepower did this V6 produce?
156-ish, right in there.
Okay. So one of the things I noticed is the beautiful hood ornament right here. I mean, wouldn't you have normally have seen one that stood up?
Yeah, back I think the 81 through 84 had the kind that stuck up, and
Okay.
it said Maxima on it, and there were some models that said Datsun on it.
Okay.
No.
I like that. It matches the elegant look of the
Yeah.
car and the paint and everything.
Correct.
Okay. Let's walk around the back here a minute. I love the taillights. And those are not replaced taillights.
No, these are
That's
all
the original plastic.
No, original plastic.
Man. Wow. Okay. So this was definitely an upgraded package, because you wouldn't have had all this insulation and carpeting in here.
Yeah, I believe all the models had this kind of carpeting.
Really?
Yeah, I believe they all did.
Even up here.
Yep, I think even up here, the lower
Wow.
models that I had back in the day
Okay.
when they were
They
rusty.
all had that.
Yeah, they were
I
like
would
this.
not have
Yeah.
expected that. Okay, deep trunk. You got the 60/40 splits, like you said, skis,
High,
whatever.
nice high sill for the 80s.
Yeah, oh yeah, the liftover height. is
Yeah,
gonna be-
you can't beat that. You got to lift things to put them in.
So, you got that's the original carpet and everything.
Yep, original antenna.
Man. And the antenna still works.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
amazing. Wow, that is super. So, if I had to ask you what one of your favorite memories is with this car, would you
Going
say?
to I used to do bicycle racing, so having a roof rack on my beater with a $10,000 bike on top and a $2,000 car down below, that's how it would be. Those are my memories. Lots of road trips.
Lots of road trips with it.
Yep.
And now you've got the nice collector version.
Yes, this baby just sleeps
So
in the winter.
So no more roof racks on this one?
Nope, sleeps in the winter and comes out on sunny days.
Jake, thanks so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
And your beautiful car with us. We sure appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate your time.
Thanks for watching.